the banking cooperative SWIFT to bring Ripple to the next level. However, what exactly are the implications for Ripple? And why does one certain investor still not believe in XRP? Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out. But first, we are giving away 50 XRP coins at the end of the month to one random subscriber to start on their XRP journey. All you need to do is to like the video, subscribe and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comment section. Welcome back XRP Army. A significant indicator is that digital assets will be around for a long time, and their volume is expected to increase in the coming years. It also represents a direct challenge to private blockchains such as the one used by Ripple, XRP, and other companies hoping to corner a large share of the cross-border payments industry. Until a few years ago, digital assets were considered nothing more than a transitory trend that would fade away. Although their usage has expanded dramatically over the last several years, authorities and regulators, as well as banks and other financial institutions, have taken notice and begun to take action to combat the trend. Because of the rising awareness that these institutions must also broaden their understanding and coverage of digital assets, more and more individuals are realizing that they must act now or risk being left behind in the next stage of the financial ecosystem's growth, which digital assets represent. These firms appear to have no misunderstanding of the function that Ripple, stablecoins, and other digital currencies play in cross-border payments, and there does not appear to be any miscommunication between them. By the way, did you know about this SWIFT news? Let us know in the comment section down below. SWIFT's Chief Innovation Officer, Thomas Schock, said the company is uniquely positioned to engage closely in the future of securities, because it is a neutral cooperative with a reach across 11,000 institutions in more than 200 countries, and oversight by central banks around the world. In a statement, the corporation stated that it was looking forward to this new set of experiments, as well as collaboratively innovating with market participants on the emerging trend of tokenized assets. As more central banks around the world prepare to launch their own digital currencies, the platforms that facilitate cross-border payments will face a significant challenge, as they will be required to upgrade and adapt their platforms so that they can handle both fiat and digital currencies. If this happens, the platforms that facilitate cross-border payments will face a significant challenge. Following that, SWIFT and its partners, including Clearstream, Northern Trust, SETL and others, would begin looking at the interoperability of the different systems, players, and vendors. These individuals would function as transactional partners at various portions of the supply chain, and they would monitor and study the transactional flow and clearance procedures. SWIFT will be used in this phase to determine how it can act as a sort of interconnector between all of these entities, allowing for the coexistence of stablecoins, CBDCs, and other digital assets while also ensuring that the system's overall robustness and reliability are maintained at a time when it is clear that digital assets will be around for many years to come. With its scale and vast network of partners, if SWIFT is successful in breaking into the digital assets network, it will have an extremely large competitive edge over its competitors. Comment, XRP Army, if you believe this is great news. According to all of this, XRP is a good investment choice right now. However, this does not appear to be the case in the portfolio of one extremely well-known investor. Kevin O'Leary, a Shark Tank star, has already put 10% of his portfolio in cryptocurrencies, but there is one cryptocurrency in particular that he would not invest in: Ripple, XRP. What is the underlying cause of this situation? The seasoned investor claims that he does not want to find himself on the wrong side of the law or with the police at any point in time. As you know, Ripple is the name of both the corporation and the payment protocol. Nonetheless, it is the payment protocol that is of particular importance to us here. It is a real-time gross settlement system built on the XRP ledger and RippleNet, which are both open-source protocols that are spread across a distributed network. However, all of this is not really seen in the best light right now due to the SEC case. As a result, Ripple is currently locked in a protracted legal battle with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and O'Leary, also known as Mr. Wonderful, recently stated on CNBC that the firm is doing well. I have absolutely no interest in being a plaintiff in a case against the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. There are so many problems with that notion. Do you agree that O'Leary should invest in XRP? If yes, then make sure to like this video. Ripple and two of its executives were accused of securities fraud by the Securities and Exchange Commission at the end of last year. In its opinion, Ripple has been operating as an unregistered security and has raised $1.3 billion through an unregistered digital asset securities offering, according to the Securities and Exchange Commission. According to the company's website, Ripple is a global payments network that primarily serves the demands of the financial services industry. Following the filing of the lawsuit, a number of prominent cryptocurrency exchanges in the United States ceased trading the coin. But even after a year, Ripple's market capitalization remains among the top 10 cryptocurrencies in terms of market capitalization. When it comes to regulating securities, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is in control. Securities must comply to a number of requirements that do not apply to most cryptocurrencies, according to the SEC. There are numerous of these, including filing reports with the Securities and Exchange Commission, avoiding insider trading, and registering with the SEC as a broker-dealer. The right classification of Ripple is at the center of the legal debate, which is now underway. In its complaint, the Securities and Exchange Commission contends that Ripple is an unregistered security, a charge that Ripple vigorously denies. XRP has been in circulation for 7 years before the Securities and Exchange Commission took action against it, according to Ripple. The company also claims that the SEC failed to offer clear and timely advice on what defines a security. If the SEC wins its case, it's feasible that the whole Bitcoin industry would suffer as a result of the decision. President Gary Gensler of the Securities and Exchange Commission has claimed that he believes a number of cryptocurrencies are acting in the capacity of unregistered securities, according to the SEC. Several other well-established currencies are being targeted by the SEC, which is a source of concern for the company. When operating in such a hostile climate, it's logical that O'Leary would avoid Ripple. As a result of his numerous interviews, the importance of regulatory compliance has been repeatedly stressed by him. The following are some of his most recent statements. "I have no interest in being a crypto cowboy and getting anybody unhappy with me." The businessman went on to say, "I have so many assets in the real world that I've invested in already that I have to be compliant." The mining of Bitcoin continues to be a source of concern for him, particularly because of the environmental damage it produces, he says. However, he believes that the regulatory tone toward cryptocurrencies is altering, notably in his native country of Canada, where he resides. In addition to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USD Coin, O'Leary aims to buy Solana, Polygon, and Hedera, among other cryptocurrency assets. When he is evaluating a new project for himself, the management team and the utility of the token are two of the most significant factors to take into consideration. What do you think about the SWIFT partnership? Do you think it gives XRP an advantage over other coins? Let us know in the comment section. If you want to continue to know about XRP, we have got 2 videos waiting for you on the end screen to check out. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Kindly note that prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered financial advice. Do conduct your due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.